I am not a good student. I know this. Everyone knows this. My teachers say, you do not try. But I do try. I just fail. In class, I sit at the back. I keep my head low. When the teacher asks a question, I look at my book. I do not want her to call my name. Sometimes she does. Can you answer? She asks. I stand up. My mind is empty. My classmates start to laugh. I hear the sound. It feels sharp. I sit down fast. My face feels hot. I tell myself, do not try again. After school, I walk home alone. I do not talk much. At home, my parents ask, how was school? I say, it was fine. But it is not fine. One day, I find a book. It is old. The cover is a little broken. It is about engines. I open it. I see pictures of machines. I see small parts. I see how they move. I do not understand every word. But I feel something new. I feel quiet. I feel focused. For the first time, I want to learn. The next day, I put the book in my bag. I do not show it to anyone. This is my secret. During the break, I take it out. I read it under my desk. The classroom is noisy, but I do not hear it. I look at the pages. I follow every line with my finger. I forget my bad grades. I forget the laughter. In that moment, I am not a bad student. I am just a boy with a book. It is a math class. Numbers fill the board. I do not understand them. My teacher is talking. Her voice is clear, but far away. I slowly open my bag. I take out my book, the engine book, my secret. I put it under my desk. I look down. I start to read. Pistons move up and down. Gears turn together. I feel calm again. Then I hear footsteps. Slow. Close. My heart jumps. I freeze. I know that sound. It is my teacher. The class becomes quiet in my ears. I do not move. I do not breathe. She stops next to me. I think, it is over. She will take the book. She will say I am a bad student again. My hands feel cold. She bends down a little. I can see her shoes. Then I see her hand. She touches the edge of the book. I close my eyes for a second, but she does not take it. She looks at the page. She looks for a few seconds. She does not speak. Then she asks very softly, "You like this?" I open my eyes. I look at the desk. Not at her. I nod. "Yes," I say. My voice is very small. There is a short silence. I wait for her words. I am ready for them to hurt, but they do not come. She stands up slowly. She does not take the book. She only says, "Read it after class. Now listen." Her voice is calm, not angry. I look up at her. For the first time I see her eyes clearly. They are not cold. She walks back to the front. The class continues. But something is different. No one laughs. No one looks at me. I close the book. I put it back in my bag. My hands are still shaken, but not from fear, from something new. That day, no one calls me a bad student. That day, someone sees me. After that day, something changes. It is not big, but I can feel it. In class, I still sit at the back. I still do not understand many things. I still get low scores. But my teacher looks at me more. Not in a hard way. In a quiet way. One day after class, she calls me. "Can you stay for a minute?" she asks. My heart beats fast again. I walk to her desk. I think, did I do something wrong? She takes a chair. She sits down. She looks at me, not at my grades. She asks, "What do you read in that book?" I feel nervous. I do not know how to explain. "It is about engines," I say. "They have many parts." She nods. She waits. I try again. "The parts move together," I say. "They make the car run." My words are simple. Some are wrong. I stop. I feel a little embarrassed, but she smiles. "That is very interesting," she says. No one says that to me before. She asks, "Do you enjoy it?" "Yes," I say this time. My voice is stronger. She nods again. Then keep learning, she says. You can learn in your own way. I do not fully understand her words, but I remember them. After that, she sometimes talks to me. Not about tests, not about mistakes. She asks, "What did you read today? What did you find?" I start to wait for these moments. At home, I read more. I look at every picture. I try to understand every part. I draw small diagrams. I write simple notes. I still fail many exams. But something is different now. When I fail, I do not feel empty. Because I know one thing. There is something I can do. There is something I can learn. For the first time in my life, I feel a small light inside me. It is not bright, but it does not go out. Many years pass. I am not that boy anymore. I do not sit in the back of a classroom. I do not hide my books. Now I stand in a workshop. There are cars around me. There are tools in my hands. There is oil on my shirt. I open engines every day. I look at each part. I know what they do. If a car makes a strange sound, I can hear it. If a machine stops, I can fix it. People come to me and ask, "Can you check this? Can you fix that?" I say, "Yes." And I do. Some people call me an expert. When I hear this word, I feel quiet. I do not feel proud in a loud way. I just think of a boy who sat at the back, a boy who felt small, a boy who held a book under his desk. One night, I stay late at work. The shop is quiet. Only one light is on. I sit down and look at an old book in my hand. The cover is worn. The pages are yellow. It is the same book. I keep it all these years. I open it slowly. I see the old pictures again. Pistons, gears, small moving parts. I smile. Then I remember a voice. "You like this?" I stop. I sit there for a long time. I think about that day, that classroom, that moment. She did not take the book. She did not say I was wrong. She saw me. The next morning, I make a decision. I take a day off. I put the book in my bag. I walk out of my shop. I know where I want to go. Back to my school. Back to that classroom. Back to the person who changed everything. I stand at the school gate. Everything looks smaller now, but it feels the same. I walk inside slowly. The halls are quiet. I hear soft voices from classrooms. My steps become slow. I feel nervous, like I am a student again. I walk to the office. I ask, "Is she here?" The staff smiles. They say her name. Yes, she is still here. My heart beats fast. They point to a room. I stand at the door. For a moment I do not move. Then I knock. "Come in," a voice says. It is her voice. I open the door. She is sitting at a desk. Her hair is now grey. Her face is older, but her eyes are the same. She looks at me. For a second she does not speak. Then she smiles. She says my name. She remembers me. I feel something warm in my chest. I walk in slowly. "Hello," I say. My voice is not small now, but it is soft. She stands up. "You have grown," she says. I smile. "Yes," I say. "I work with cars now." She nods. "I am not surprised," she says. I feel my eyes get wet. I take the book from my bag. I hold it in my hands. "This book," I say, "changed my life." I pause. Then I look at her. "But you started it." She looks at the book. Then she looks at me. Her eyes are gentle. She gives a small laugh. "I remember that day," she says. "I saw your eyes." I do not speak. I understand now. She did not see a bad student. She saw a boy who loved something. I give her the book. "For you," I say. She touches the cover softly. We sit down together. We talk for a long time. Not about grades, not about mistakes. We talk about life, about choices, about small moments. When I leave, the sun is low, the light is warm. I walk out of the school. This time I do not feel small. I do not hide anything. Not my book, not my story. I am proud, not because I am an expert, but because someone once saw me, and I did not disappear.